afternoon. Welcome to Midday News. And a great all Muslims, Barakadi Sallah, Babatunde Bolatito is my name. The Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, under the leadership of the President General and Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar, has felicitated with Muslims and the entire Muslim world on the occasion of this year's Eid. He noted, in the spirit of Ramadan, Muslims are reminded that Zakat Fitri is a compulsory food levy imposed on privileged Muslims to be given to the less privileged in the society, appealing to all concerned to ensure that they do not only comply but also comply on time. The President-elect Bola Tinubu, in his message to celebrate Eid, said citizens should constantly seek to become a better version of themselves in patriotism, dedication to duty and honesty, reiterating his resolve to ensure a prosperous Nigeria under his watch, while stating that he is ready to work with all Nigerians. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, while reflecting on the significance of the just concluded Ramadan fasting. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Al-Kari Baba, charged commissioners of police and tactical commanders in all the states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, as well as their supervisory assistants, AIGs, to build up security ahead of Eid al-Fitr celebration. According to a statement by the 4th Public Relations Officer, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, personnel deployed must be professional and mindful of the fundamental rights of citizens while discharging their responsibilities with all sense of decorum and alertness. The state governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has urged Muslim faithful in the state not to jettison the virtue of love and sacrifice the holy month of Ramadan teaches. This is contained in a release issued by spokesperson Malam Olawale Rashid. The governor, while felicitating with Muslims of the celebration of the 2023 Eid al-Fitr, charges Muslims to continue to live with love, sacrifice and piety as they did throughout the holy month of Ramadan. Governor Adeleke urged Muslims not to forget the lessons the month teaches them while they mark the end of the month of Ramadan. He emphasized that the act of love, sacrifice and sharing with others must not end with the month, saying that they should extend their virtues beyond the holy month. The governor equally implored Muslims to pray for peace in Osun, pray for development, and cooperate with the present administration in the state to deliver developmental projects for the benefit of the teeming populace. Governor Ademola Adeleke has announced the approval for the construction of the dual carriageway from Ilesha Garage to Stadium Junction in Osogbo, the state capital. The governor, who was addressing the congregation at the Eid praying ground, Okeibale in Osogbo today, added that the dual carriageway will not only be illuminated for aesthetic values, but also to aid security and make the road accident-free. Earlier, the chief imam of Osogbo, Sheikh Musa Animasan, had urged Muslims to extend the discipline of the Ramadan to their entire lives and be godly in their undertaking. Over 1,000 passengers benefited from a mullet train ride that conveyed Osun people from Lagos to celebrate Eid al-Fitr with their loved ones. The coordinating director, Ministry of Commerce, Industry, Cooperative and Empowerment, Mrs. Kendi Odedino, who disclosed this to newsmen while welcoming the beneficiaries, maintained that the gesture is aimed at lessening the financial burden of the citizenry. Our reporter, Oluchi Amuda, now completes the story.
Beneficiaries of the mullet-free train ride arrived Osbc terminal of the Nigerian Railway Corporation in Mandela Freedom Park on Thursday night ahead of the Eid-el-Fitr celebration. While welcoming the passengers of the Mole train service, which took off from the Edo terminals in Lagos State with stopovers in Ogun and Oyo States to pick passengers, the coordinating director, Ministry of Commerce, Industry, Cooperative and Empowerment, Mrs. Kehinde Odediro, who led other officials of the ministry to the railway station, expressed satisfaction with the turnout of passengers, which she described as impressive, adding that over 1,000 holiday makers took advantage of the gesture to come home and celebrate the festivity with their families and friends.
Over 1,000 passengers boarded this train. The turnout was very impressive. The target is that it will lessen the financial transportation of citizens. It will enable them to be able to come home freely and celebrate with their loved ones. Apart from that, it is to boost the economy of the state.
Some of the beneficiaries of Mole Free Train Ride who spoke in separate interviews with Osbc News were full of appreciation to Governor Ademola Adeleke for walking the talk and keeping to his electoral promises of making the welfare of the people utmost priority. They noted that the free train ride helped in lessening their financial burden and provided opportunity for them to celebrate the Eid-el-Fitr with their loved ones.
It wasn't bad at all. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, you know, very beautiful thing. I hope it continue like this anyway. A big thank you. It's a continuation of what we've been enjoying. So he didn't say because it was in his own party, and he continued because it's for the good of Osun State. So I say thank you, Governor Adeleke.
We enjoyed our safety. There's no any problem. So we give thanks to God and him that God will be blessing him.
You know what? No, you're welcome. Ilé àtọ̀nà wọn kò ní bàjẹ́ láṣẹ Ọlọ́run.
Inú wa dẹ́dùn sí gómìnà wa pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ tá ribiribi tán ṣe lọ́sùn.
The Mole Free Train is expected to embark on a return trip from Osogbo to Lagos by Monday next week. Oluchi Amuda, Osbc News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the immediate suspension of Resident Electoral Commissioner for Adamawa State, Mr. Hudu Yunusa Ari, pending the completion of investigation by the Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, into the conduct and actions of the REC during the recently concluded controversial supplementary election in Adamawa State. The President has also directed immediate investigation and prosecution if found liable of Yunusa Ari by the IG. The Director of Information Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Willie Bassey, revealed this in a statement saying the President has directed investigation by the IGP, Director General of the Department of State Services, and the Commandant General of the Security and Civil Defense Corps of the role their officers played in aiding and abetting the conduct actions of Yunusa Ari. If found culpable, appropriate disciplinary action should be meted out to them. Nigeria has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening trade relations with China. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Evelyn Ngige, made this known at the China-Nigeria Investment, Economic and Trade Promotions Conference organized by the Changsha Municipal Bureau of Commerce and sponsored by Changsha Municipal People's Government. She said the government remained committed to providing a sustainable platform for cooperation and mutual benefit of both countries. The Permanent Secretary was represented by Director of Trade, Mr. Suleiman Audu, said plans are underway for activities that will deepen the relationship, adding that as part of the collaboration include an upcoming trade expo, which is scheduled to hold in Changsha, Hunan, China, between June 29 and July 2. Ngige said both countries are enjoying mutually beneficial bilateral trade and economic cooperation in various sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, education, health, tourism, industry, mining, among others. In a bid to encourage young Nigerians in marathon and road races, the organizers of Abuja International Marathon have announced prize money for any Nigerian student from age of 17 or below who get to the finish line of 5-kilometer students race. The race is in 3 categories: the full marathon, 10 kilometer, and 5 kilometers for students. Fighting between the army and paramilitaries in Sudan has killed about 200 people and wounded 1,800, damaging hospitals, hampering aid after 3 days of urban warfare. Reports say a week-long power struggle exploded into deadly violence between the forces of two generals who seized power in the 2021 coup. Sudan Army Chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and his deputy Mohammed Hamdan Daglo, who commands the paramilitary rapid support forces. Analysts say the fighting in the capital is unprecedented and could be prolonged, despite regional and global calls for a ceasefire as diplomats mobilize. That ends the midday news on Osbc TV. It was edited by Adibari Ejimakide. Babatunde Bolatito is my name. Good afternoon. Barka Desa.